Elliott Hill, Nike's new CEO as of October 2024, started out at Nike as an intern in Nike's apparel division back in the 1980s and eventually worked his way up the ranks before retiring in 2020. Thanks to the previous Nike CEO, John Donahue, and his lack of leadership and vision, Nike sales and stocks finally plummeted as the result. $27 million later, reinsert Mr. Elliott Hill, Nike's newest savior to the brand. Let me say that your rise through the ranks is very commendable, but sir, you should have stayed retired. And let me explain why. You, sir, have been in office for exactly 3 months and have already showed a lack of leadership and vision, as evident leading up to the 40th anniversary of Michael Jordan and Nike's legendary collaboration. A collaboration that one could easily say saved and made Nike what it is today, which all started with the iconic Jordan 1 High 85 bread, which we all know what happened following its release. The NBA actually banned the sneaker, which also helped to propel the sneaker into legendary status. With the reissue of this iconic sneaker releasing in the next couple weeks, the lead up to it has been filled with confusion and angst from the sneaker community and also from loyal OG Nike and Jordan fans. And as of late, it seems to recently have been trending into vitriol towards the brand as to how there's a lack of inventory being released for such a special 40th anniversary. And the confusion also lies within the 23 only stores that will be receiving the sneakers, which leaves many to wonder if Sneakers USA and Sneakers EU will also be releasing the sneakers. Nike has been ramping up their advertising efforts to really promote the release and the return of this legend, which also really is confusing in and of itself, especially when Nike blatantly decided to make the release limited to a rumored number of 10,000 or less pairs. Why do this, Nike? Why go overboard with promoting such a limited release, fully knowing that scalpers and resellers would drive the cost through the roof, which we can see as we speak? Pairs are now selling at $1,000 easy on the secondary market. And we also seeing further efforts to promote this release from celebrities such as Fabulous to Carmelo Anthony and also DJ Khaled, who recently just received a personalized pair of the Band 185s from Jordan Brand itself. Nike and Jordan Brand, why not have a campaign showing your loyal fans being gifted with the early pairs? Hell, even give them the opportunity to purchase early pairs. But no, Nike decided to dangle the carrot from a string, but guess what? They are actually the jackass for doing it. There's so many ways that Nike could have made this anniversary fun and inclusive for everyone without a fear of making this release an overpopulated GR release, if that is indeed what they feared. Nike really could have thought outside the box and made it really special. For example, why not have customer submitted orders that each order has a special numbered pair specific to your order? Sure, that might be pushing it, but you get the gist of it. Could you imagine ordering your guaranteed pair of the 40th anniversary Air Jordan High 85 Band bread that has your personal specific number? I think that probably would be really dope. I mean, you could have done like a weekly limited shock drop at random times. You could have sent out personal account early access thank you codes to purchase the shoe early. I just think Nike and his marketing department really is lackluster. Again, lack of leadership and vision. And that, sir, ultimately falls on you and your leadership team. The way Nike is handling this release really feels like a big FU and a slap in the face to the sneaker community, and its loyal customers 100% feels that way. It's as if Nike willingly gave the keys to resellers to run our pockets. Great job on royally fucking your fan base, Nike. And if this release is any indication of how 2025 will go, then we really screwed. Because most of you know there's a ton of OG Jordans to release this year. So, Nike, are you also going to limit all those sought after sneakers? Are you really going to cut production this year in hopes of a better profit margin? The bean counters mentality, I see. You fools are really doomed. I think Nike might actually cut production and limit all the OGs dropping this year and turn around and list majority of the product on StockX and GOAT to really pad their profit margin. Let's see if Nike actually drops their lawsuit against StockX. Here's how I see it. Personally, for me, Nike, if I have to pay resale to get the 85 bread, you know what that means, right? That what I pay the reseller in turn will diminish on your return, meaning that I would then have to skip out on at least 3 to 5 upcoming Jordan releases to recoup the resale that I had to pay. Now imagine if that was the thinking of, say, 10,000 other buyers. For numbers' sake, I'll go lenient. So that equates to around $3 to $6 million in loss of potential sales on your part. Congratulations, Nike. And since I'm in the mood of doing numbers, shall we continue? Hypotheticals, of course. So let's do the math. 10,000 pairs going to 23 stores. If you are fair to each store, which I highly doubt, that's around 434 pairs per store. Let's say that each store paid a bulk price of $180 per pair versus the $250 retail price. So we're looking at $78,000 in inventory for each store, which stands the chance of making $434,000 at the 1K rate that they are currently reselling for at the moment. And I'm feeling generous, so let me adjust the market to, let's say, half, where I can see the potential of this sneaker landing around, I would say, $500 to $700 after the dust settles. That would create $217,000 to $300,000 easy. Nike, we, the sneaker community, need an explanation as to why you are rewarding these 23 retail, aka resale stores, the opportunity to backdoor the inventory, in turn price gouging us consumers on their road to making between $200,000 to $400,000 in the resale market. What did the consumer do to deserve this, Nike? Where is our reward? So my fellow sneakerheads, I can only give you a sliver of hope and tell you to enter any open raffles that either one of these 23 stores may have. I think there are a couple that has already stated that they would not be holding a raffle. Of course you won't. More pairs for you, right? Some probably will hold an in-store raffle only versus the inclusion of an online option. So please be prepared for that as well. I really don't see any of these stores holding true and selling the pairs for retail, save for probably a couple stores, which I will not name because in my opinion, they're not angels either. So Nike, if you were smart, you should have documented each pair's barcode and locked each store into their shipment and made them provide the barcode scans matching the invoices to each pair. And if the store doesn't comply or the numbers didn't match up, easy. Just revoke their tier 0 account. Simple as that. In closing, one can easily say, it's not that big of a deal. If I don't hit, oh well, on to the next sneaker. And I share that same sentiment as well, to a point. But I feel like Nike isn't taking our collective dividends seriously as it pertains to this release. And in my opinion, they really are doing a disservice to its loyal customers. Shame on you, Nike.